Welcome back, everyone. Hello and welcome back. How are you all doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I'm gonna jump right back on in. We just have to try to send in the final island for us to play with the catastrophe team. We've got pretty much everything we really need, right? We don't need much of the fire beam. I mean, the Vec hormones are nice, so we don't really need them, right? I mean, we don't need 6 health, but we don't really need these, and we have an empty slot. So, other than that, we've got most of our stuff set. You want a little more move, and that's kind of it. We're pretty good. So we only truly need what, 1, 2 more reactors, and then anything else just goes to whatever new thing we end up finding, I think. On this island, we are going to be dealing with worms and dig guys. And the dig guys are pretty tough for us, since the only one that can actually interact with them is our triptych mech. The only one. No one else can, because he hides himself behind a whole bunch of rocks. See what we can do. Yeah, we still have to go and take out 20 mountains. Oh boy. We still need to try and see if we can take out 20 mountains here. We've gotten 2. Hopefully we can get the mission that requires us to take down all of the mountains, and there's like 8 of them or something in that one mission. Hopefully. We'll see. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's see. What do we want to do first? So, first things first. This is the only other one with 2. Wow, there's not a lot of doubles here. This one has 2 rep stars, this one has 2 rep stars. All the others are singles and power. We don't really need that much power. I mean, again, getting higher grid's good and all, but it's better not to even risk it and need the grid defense. So yeah, probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, just all along the bottom row. Yeah, I think so. Bottom row reprocessing. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Don't worry, Carcinogen. I'll get it sorted eventually. But how are you all doing today? Carcinogen, how are you doing? Sky Kittens, how are you doing? Wandering Sky, hello. Hey, Straw. Do we want to start with something tough? No, we're going to start... Oh, Jesus, conveyor belt. Oh, boy. I used to love doing conveyor belt maps, and then I had, 2 runs where I forgot conveyor belts did conveyor belt things and made really big mistakes. But I also don't want to do the first map of us coming back after 6 days since we played last, and 7 days since we played last, and do a triple high threat one. So let's go do Reclamation Zone first. This is pretty straightforward. Conveyor belt line should be easy enough. Normally we use conveyor belts to ferry waste bats. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so tough guy, the guy we need to take out, probably can ignore and hopefully isn't a nuisance. Unfortunately, the coal plant's in a really awkward spot here. It might be fine. It might also not be fine. Also, we're limited to just 4 spaces for deployment too. Ooh, boy. We'll go here, here, and here. Luckily, none of these guys are going to stop us, right? None of them are going to stop us in our tracks, which is good. Oh, do I? I will go and turn those off, Straw. Good call. Let me go turn those off. That is for a different game. Okay. Nice. Alright, the conveyor belt, I think, affects everyone, right? Will push any unit in the direction. So it includes flying guys. That's good. Oh, and this guy's gotten himself drenched. Oh, this guy! Can he not sit on a conveyor belt? He can't. I guess that makes sense. You can't dig through a conveyor belt. He's literally stuck on this side of the map. What? Okay. Alright, that's a new one. Alright, nice. This does 3 damage, right? Yeah, 3. So we can go here and crack this one and take him out. Pitcher Boy could go ahead and come here and throw him here, and then he'll get moved over and miss all the same, so we don't have to worry about that, and that'll do, what, 3 damage. My goodness, that's a lot of damage. Just for throwing someone. So we can do 3 damage to him. None of us have 4 damage attacks, right? Yeah, 2 damage. The other option would be having this guy just move over, hit him, and then we have you come over here and hit this guy. It'd be nice to crack the ground, though. That way we could hit him for 2 damage and push him into here. And then anyone that attacks him will take him out. And that'll take out 1 guy and get 2 of them low. And we'll have to just deal with the burrower at some point. We'll block one of these coming up. So we'll still have 1, 2, 3, 4 enemies. But we'll take care of the big scary guy. It'll be pretty good there. Artillery to F2. Yeah. And toss flyer. Yeah, okay, so we're on the same page. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. That way we can crack the ground here as we clear these guys up. Well, hold on a second. If we could also throw the flyer here, which takes him out, because he gets affected by the ground prior to taking damage. And we knew this because when we were on the frozen map, we'd freeze them first, which is the ground effect, and then they would take damage. So this applies it to them, and then they die. So this is actually even better. That's actually incredibly powerful. That's gonna be a little nuts, to be honest. That's gonna be really, really good for us. We'll move them. Because now we can go and we can block this too if we wish. And now we only have 2 enemies to deal with. So we can go and crack this guy and have... We can't really do much damage on this guy though, sadly. Okay, he's gonna go here, right? Yeah. He finally has the range to get there because we're not body blocking it anymore. Okay, we can scoot back and just hit him. Because we can't reach. But that's alright. We can hit him and he goes underground. There we go. And now he's got 3 damage is all we need to take him out, so either of these guys can finish him off. We want to keep cracking the ground, but we also want to be able to block. Well, if we have you crack the ground, we'll still have 3 enemies pop up, which is what we want. We want 3 enemies that... Well, no, because we still have the other guy, so we really only want 2 right now. We also can't take that much more damage. I'd rather keep cracking the ground. We could also fire beam, but then I think that removes the acid. So we're going to crack him instead. Even if we're not blocking, I think that's fine. We only have 3 enemies to deal with. We'll have Archimedes stand here instead. And repair up. Which removes that damage that we had. Alright. Bears move, we block. A new Burrow Boy. Alright, there he is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can hit him from here. If we can float here and crack this guy. Okay, now we're in trouble. Because you have 1, 2, 3 enemies threatening. They're 2 spaced out for any one person to hit both. And we're locked down, which is the real problem, being locked down. So that's not good. We could go here, and we could crack this. We're not actually going to do any crack damage because it's already cracked. But we can take him out, or we can flip him around. Yeah, the fact that we got locked in, just getting locked down literally just got us in a lot of trouble here. That's not good. If only we could throw them onto each other to do, like, 1 damage. That would be so nice. It would be so nice. This is the only one that has any AoE damage, and there's no AoE range. We can hit both of these. The only thing we could do would be burning these guys in a line. by going here and then burning in a line, but we'd get hit. It doesn't really matter. It would stop him at least. Burning wouldn't take him out though, because it's only just 1 damage. So the burning wouldn't work, and these others aren't in a line here for us to do anything. I think we have to sacrifice the coal plant. 1 grid damage, we lose our 1 grid gain. But we don't lose Archimedes. None of them have push. True, we could let D2 hit as well, you're right. That would be a better sacrifice than having this one hit. Because we'd take 1 grid damage, but we'd get 1 back. 1 grid back. It would be better to have D2 hit, yeah. So, the problem... Yeah, so we'll have to go ahead and we'll move Bethany over. So have Bethany clear you, so you're free. Well, we're gonna have to stand on the acid, no choice. That's what I was wondering. We can't throw these guys. That's not good. Alright, well, we're gonna have to restart and do this in a different order for sure. that doesn't work. You can have the driller do it otherwise. No, it's a flyer, so it can go 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only got 4 movement. We need 5 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it flies, so it can go over them. But it means that we literally can't have Archimedes do it. Archimedes has to deal with the Leaper. Or we have to have this one deal with... Yeah, Archimedes has to deal with the Leaper, but then we can't get to any of them. So we can't even reach them. Doesn't matter. Like, we're literally 1 unit of distance off. We can't hit them. What we can do, though, is we can get down here and we can fire beam this guy. The 1 damage from the fire will have him jump underground. So we can get him. So we can throw this guy, right? We can throw this guy and get rid of him. We can come over here and fire beam this guy to stop him. And then we can move over here and shoot this guy to take him down. Or have him go underground as well. And this one will be all that's left. But yeah. Yeah, we can throw to E4. Yeah. We'll throw E4. And then we'll let you just sit there. Move Bethany down. Hit him with some fire beam. So that'll stop him. And then we'll just move here. And blast him. Get him underground. So we only have this one left. We're still blocking this. We're only at 1 damage. So we're still able to do what we're doing. Oh yeah, we don't need to move again. We've already moved. Or we've already done the thing we want to do. And moving would just go to a different one to block. That's fine. Ah, casualties. Alright, 92 people down. Another one of these, and there's that last... He pops up where the other one went down. Dang. Alright. He's coming after us, so that's fine. This one's covered in acid. That's good. That's perfect positioning, except for the fact that you're locked in. We have to deal with it or else you die. And that stinks. It means we take Bethany here and we have Bethany hit this one. Because then this frees up Bethany. Bethany can just shoot this guy by landing it here. Take him out. And we can just jump over here and throw this guy. Actually, we can't throw him in the fire. We have to throw him all the way over. And then take care of him. And then we just ignore this one. Otherwise, what would have worked is if we moved... No, because it still has 3 health. So even if Bethany came down here and hit him, still wouldn't have mattered. Anyway, we got him. Bethany clears. Dylan goes and blows him up. Funk. With the level up, Dylan, what'd you get? Reactor. Nice. So we'll use that towards health. And then we'll pop over here to where we get covered in acid. And we throw you over there. And you can stand here, that's fine. And he attacks nothing. Ow. Fire damage. Alright, nice. We only lost one. And we only took three mech damage. Not too bad. Not too bad. We did a good job. We also ended up promoting, so that's good. Reactor. Oh, I didn't actually realize it actually paused the game when we clicked this. I never realized that. Yeah, I don't know what else we do with power. I mean, we could increase the damage they do to each other, but it's not really worth it. So we're gonna pop in here. Yeah, now we definitely have more power than we need. Yeah, we have more power than we really need, honestly. So we're gonna have to go and figure out... I really hope we can find something that'll be useful for us. Right, that gives us a big old extra boost to power, but we're gonna have to hopefully find something in a time pod. Let's keep moving down here. We'll do reprocessing last, I think. Destroy all mountains. This is the one we want to do. Unfortunately, there's only 7 mountains here. So I don't think we're going to get the 20. We're only at 2. That'll be 7. It'll be 9. So that means in these next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we got 5 other missions in total. That's 7 from 9, 5, 11, 11. We need like 2-ish mountains per mission. We need to take 2 to 3. That was mine. My Discord sound went off. I don't know why it's not auto-activating streamer mode when I start up OBS. It used to. It doesn't anymore. I don't know what happened. That was mine, so please ignore the noises. Those are my noises. Those are my noises. All right. Nanosilos. Yeah, and there's not even a mountain on this one. Oh my goodness. Nothing. End the battle with less than 4 mech damage and protect the emergency batteries in the back. So it's pretty much the same thing, just no conveyors this time. So now we know definitively that Mr. Picture Guy can't go and take out the Alpha Burrowers, which is a real pain. He can't take Alpha Burrowers, and he struggles with the Dig Boys, which means we're stuck with just taking the jumpers, the leapers here. Who can go here? So we're going to put him here to tempt him to come after us, so we can throw him. Does 3 damage when we throw him. This guy just need to take him out 2 damage, so hopefully we can just target him. And then we're going to have to drill... he can't get to any targets, so we're going to take Drill Guy there. So Drill Guy is going to target the Burrower. Our Trickman is going to go for the Scion, and we're going to try and bait the Leaper into going for Pitcher Guy. Digger can't get in close enough, so we should be in good shape. They're here! Oh, look! The mechs are here. Our pod. Alright, that's the pod we need. Wow, he didn't even go full distance? Wow. Alright, perfect. This has already worked out exactly as we wanted. Okay. Perfect. We have to ignore the emerging, but that's fine. So first things first, we take Dylan here and we take out this guy. So that now they don't have their shield anymore. We can then go ahead and chuck them. Honk. And then we take Bethany over here. It doesn't matter if we spin him around to which would be attacking him, because he goes underground when he takes damage. And then we move Bethany over. We're not going to block because now we're still going to have 4 enemies, but I'd rather pick up the pod now. Digman's either going to go for us or go here. Oof, more worms. Okay. One, 2 that are threatening, and him after us. Okay, that's fine. We can still deal with this. No problems. 2 new enemies popping up, though. We've got water, so we can start chucking people into the drink, which is good. This guy only needs 2 damage to take him out. We're gonna have to bring you here to take out Dig Guy, because there's no one else that can. Literally no one else can do damage to Dig Guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, here would probably be better. Because we could take all of them out. We have to take him out first. That's fine. Can we tank the 2 damage? We can tank 2 damage. We have to start healing immediately afterwards, though. We throw him into the water. We come over here and we crack this guy down. So that's 2 down. We bring you down here and hit this guy. That's 3. Actually, we can move after we attack. So we can just move out of the way and block this instead and have this hit nothing. Perfect. Easy. Get Archimedes over there. Go ahead. Blast him. Crack the earth. Hit him here. Pushing him over. So actually, he's going to do damage to his friend. 2 damage. To actually stop him from doing damage in the first place. Nice. Alright, we'll have just 3 enemies to deal with. Nice. Every single enemy that's popping up, we can take out with 1 attack. Rude. Completely ignored him. Archimedes was standing right here. Rude. Yeah, so we'll throw this guy, crack this guy, blast this guy, and then Archimedes can come back over here and block again. Chuck and block. Crack. And blast him. Nice. So now we only have 2 enemies to deal with. 2 hornets. Alright. Doable and doable. Archimedes literally can't get there at all. There's nothing Archimedes can do. Archimedes is completely out of range. That's fine. We'll just have to heal. The other 2 can take care of this. All we have to do is spin this guy around so he's attacking the wrong direction. Like so. And then we just push this guy so he's not attacking this anymore. And actually, that means Archimedes can come over here and fuck him. Bonk. Nice. There we go. We got him. It worked out well. A flawless victory. Well done, Cataclysm. Alright, what do we get? Something good? An item? A person. Darn. Is this person any good? After attacking, gain 1 free tile movement. But isn't that just worse than Archimedes? Oh, I see. Since we don't need power, it's a Archimedes power light, but doesn't require a reactor core. Interesting. It's not that good. It's very much fine. We could put you in here instead of Dylan. We would lose the reactor power, which is really only giving us health right now, which is not that critical. And if we can get you another 12 XP, it shouldn't be too hard. It's like, what, 4 Beck-ish to take out? We might get something more useful. Like +1 move, right? We don't need more reactor here. We can pull the power from here to here if we wanted. So right now it already does 1 damage. We've got it up to doing 2 damage, but maybe we can get an extra move. Who knows? But the sidestep's still useful. We'll take that. Just destroy the Vec. Defend the train. It also has no mountains. Yeah, we're not getting the mountain mission done. There's just flat out no way. There's no way. Alright, Burrower can go anywhere he wants. Leaper's gonna be a real pain. Dig Guy at least can't go anywhere, so that's good. He can't really do anything. Alright. Want to bait you here. We're gonna go here, and I think we go here. Let's just get pretty much anywhere we need to. The only issue is if this guy goes here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. So then this will cover that problem. Alright. It should be fine. We just don't want the Leaper locking down anyone other than Archimedes. Oh! Time pot. Go here. Ah, he goes there. That's close. Perfect. Oh! Okay. Interesting. Oh, for some reason I didn't think he was going to be able to do anything. This guy's actually a real big problem. This guy's a huge issue. So the problem we have is that 1, 2, 3, 4 are threatening buildings. The best move would be to leave this guy alone. So what we would do is we would throw him, which would clear him. We move Chen here to hit this guy and push him down here so he does damage and clears this guy. He goes after, but so we still attack and flip him around. So he'll attack this direction, which means 1, 2 enemies, or 1, 2 enemies will be down. This guy's gonna have half health. This guy's still gonna be standing at full health, and we'll have 2 new enemies. So we'll still have 4 enemies to deal with. We can either grab the time pod if we're gonna be greedy, or we can go and block. Probably grab the time pod. Because that also, standing here, blocks anyone's attack from that position against the train. And unfortunately, no one else is lined up well enough for us here. Alright. I think that's the best we can do here. Sidestep. Whoop. Alright, flip him around so he'll go down. Throw him out of the way. Grab the pod. Alright, so fingers crossed, 19%. Nope. Didn't think that was gonna happen. Bonk. XP to everyone, nice. Ooh, big leaper, not good. As long as Digman doesn't go here, we're fine. Okay, we're fine there. That's fine. Actually, okay, never mind, we're not fine. We're again in a situation... Man, if I sidestepped here, this would have been... No, actually, because we couldn't hit these guys without causing collateral damage. I guess we can just leave this... No, we can't. We gotta get rid of this rock. I don't know how we're gonna do that. Well, actually, no, we let it be. We let it be. It says it's gonna hit the rock, but NPC actions go first, or go after. Enemy action 1, 2, 3, 4, then NPC action. So number 2 is actually going to break the rock before the train arrives. So we can leave number 2. We can blast number 4 with artillery, and we can drill number 1. And then we can move Archimedes to block, which will then leave us with just this guy after he breaks his rocks. And this guy that pops up. Great, we can do it. Alright, Archimedes. We drill. We land crack. Blam. We will sidestep this way now, because that was a mistake before. And we will stand here. We will end turn. He will break the rock, so now it's safe with the train. Blocked. Another hornet, okay. That is not good. How do we deal with this? Man, this is why we need that extra movement. This is why I was saying we want to get her an extra movement, hopefully, when she levels up. Because we can go here and throw this guy over there, no problem. Problem solved. Wait, buildings are immune. Nice. Nice. Okay, we can sort this one out. We throw him up and over so he's not attacking anything. We then go ahead and we destroy the rock, which cracks the ground. Because otherwise the biggest issue we'd be running into is pushing this guy into our friend, right? But now... He doesn't go in the underground, huh? I don't think there's a way we could get around that anyway, so I think we're still stuck with the 1 damage. Right? It didn't work the way I thought it was going to work, but I don't think there's any way to do it better. Let's look at this one more time. This is the last turn. We can do one more look at it, but I don't think there's any way to do that better. If Bethany wasn't here, we could have moved Archimedes here, thrown the rock, gotten Bethany in. But Bethany's in the way. And Bethany can't move twice. That's not an ability of hers. One, two, three, four, five. And unfortunately, I think, yeah, this still does push damage to the train. To clear the way to get in there. We're just literally 1 square off. Ha! Oh, yeah, I think we're host on this one. I don't think there's a way we can get around that. The problem is that this guy attacks first. If he didn't, we could drill this one and then shoot here to push him over, and then he'd attack first and take that one out. But that is not the case. They don't. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's any other way we can do it. Alright, so it goes. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, Fire Beam's only going to do 1 damage. Does no damage to the rocks. Wait a second. No, it's 2 in a line. So I was thinking we could also bring Bethany here, break this, bring Archimedes here, and chuck him. So we could get rid of this guy. Which is probably what we should do. We'll risk 2 grid damage, but I think I'd rather get the rep than the grid damage, than the grid, honestly. But then we would have to attack from here to blast you, and that would put you back, and you'd only do potential 2 grid damage with a 19% chance of blocking it. We can't flip them around either. Because if we flip them around, they're just going to attack these ones. So that doesn't work anyway. So otherwise, we could have brought Chen here, broken this, so that he can get in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so we can get there. So we're going to do this with less grid damage. This rock, like having these 2 rocks, if one of those rocks wasn't there, or if Bethany wasn't here, we could do it. Yeah, unfortunately, flipping this one around doesn't do much. Is there anything else I'm missing? Anything else I'm not seeing? Yeah, because we can't stand in a place to actually affect any of these rocks with you. You don't have enough movement. And technically, she doesn't have to move. She can still hit this one. Wait! No. Darn. I was thinking if she hit this first, then we move. No, hold on. This does work. Wait, this does work. This does work. Hold on. So what we do is we break the rock, so it's cleared. We can get in. We then move Archimedes over and chuck you there. Then, because Archimedes is an amazing person as Archimedes is, Archimedes moves out of the way, and then we can come down here and we can blast this one by shooting these 3 squares, pushing it over 1 to attack the empty space, doing no grid damage and doing no train damage. We can actually do this. It is doable. We break the rock. We have Archimedes throw this one, and then get out of the way. And then we have Chen blast this one over. And now we take no damage. Oh my goodness, man! That's the tough thing about this game, is there's some things that some people will see immediately, and others are like, I don't know, there's no solution here at all. To run through every permutation, it was the last one on the list. Good gracious, but we got it. Nice. Alright, something good. Give me an ability. Give me a weapon or something. Oh, what is this? Smoke bomb. Okay, I mean, I did ask for an ability, but that's not really one I need. But I'll still take it. I'll still take it. Smoke bomb. Flying over a target while dropping smoke. I feel like that's something that'd be better for you, but since we have you actively trying to get trapped all the time, maybe we do leave that on you. +1 range, +1 range. Kinda nice. We've got 2 reactors. We need to use those before we finish up here, ideally. Bethany, we're 15 XP out. We're 8 out on you, so we don't really know. Definitely not putting any more reactor on you, though. Archimedes, I mean, we could use 1 more movement, now couldn't we? Or an extra range on the smoke bomb. I think 1 more movement on Bethany is useful as well. Bethany is not going to get another reactor upgrade. You never get 2 of the same thing. The other thing is I don't know if we're going to find like a weapon or something we're going to want to buy and then have reactors for using it. But I think move's just really important. And again, I don't want her running around with 3 health. 3 health's too low. Even though she does get a shield. An extra use on the fire beam is nice, but we use it so rarely already, it's not a big deal. Extra hit points, I think it's fine. You're already at 4 because you get the +2 for the pilot. We'll see what I end up getting. But I think we will go ahead and we'll get this reactor and we're going to put it in move. Because mobility is so important. And Archimedes now glides across the entire map. Again, having the extra range would be nice and more health isn't bad, but I think we're gonna go with that. Alright, reprocessing. What are we doing here? We need to go and take out the mountains. Defend the unit, destroy the mountains, and defend the coal plant. Okay, so we just need to make sure no one gets past us. Oh my goodness, 2 dig boys. Alright, we're probably gonna have to acid these guys in round 1. Yeah, okay, that's a good spot because we can go full range. Go everywhere. We have almost the entire map of mobility here. Alright, let's deploy. Let's go. Okay, that's attacking buildings. That's going to attack buildings. So it's 2. 2 threats so far. It's 3. That's in a good spot. We like that. It's in a bad spot. We don't like that. Okay. So 1, 2 of them are only attacking us and hitting nothing else. So we can just move out of the way from these 2. Maybe. Got us really jammed in here. We have to worry about this guy and this guy and this guy. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what we can do is we can just blast these 2. We can blast these 2 instead if we wanted. But I think we blast these 2. Because eventually we'll do 1 here and 1 here. We just can't afford to do that right now. Ooh, we can go here, though. This is not attacking anyone important, and this one will go down as soon as he gets hit. So that'll be this guy dealt with. This guy will get acided if we attack. No, this guy won't if I'm attacking here. Yeah, he can't attack these guys. He has to go after someone else. Once this guy goes down, he can get over here and throw him into the vat. If we blast here. And then we'd have to drill this guy to take him down. And that would be 1, 2, 3 that are attacking buildings. Everyone would be out of the way. These two can just do whatever they're doing. And this guy would be down. So we'd have 1, 2 dead. And then 4 remaining. I think we can do that. We'll still have to deal with 4, which could be very dangerous, but since we do have the acid launcher, we have 4 effects just to try and stop them from doing anything. And this gets us started on taking out the mountains. We'll hit the mountains first. Blast you to get you underground. We'll move Archimedes over to get rid of you. Actually, could have also just shot him there. Didn't have to put him in the water. It's kind of funny. And we'll move Bethany over here to blast him underground. We can then sidestep with Chen, which will bring you back here. And Archimedes, I do want you here-ish. Somewhere back kind of in the middle of the action. Okay, good, good. And attack and attack. Oh, he just came right back up where he was before. Oh, that's awkward. And actually perfect at the same time. That's both awkward and perfect. Because these both have 2 health. So Chen can actually hit them both. That's those 2 dealt with. 1 health, 4 health. We don't want this guy flipping around, so we have to throw him. Archimedes unfortunately can only throw him like down there. I was hoping we could get in a place where Archimedes could throw him like and hit these guys, but no. So Archimedes can still throw. That's just doing 3 damage there. Okay, so if we blast that one, we throw this one, we drill this one, we block this one, we then only have 1 left, and 1 that comes up. Yeah, and then we can go ahead and hit the mountains. Bethany here, Archimedes here. Alright, so Chen takes these. That gets us level up. Chen got a reactor! Yes! Okay, that's what we're talking about. Again, she doesn't exactly need the reactor, but it's nice to get it. Means you just don't have to think about it. We'll probably put it in her health. It's not as good as getting mech movement, but it's definitely better than getting grid defense. I was really worried we were going to get grid defense. +2 grid defense. Ugh. Totally useless. Don't want it. Never want it. We'll go ahead and crack the ground. We're going to throw you over. Bonk. Oh, I can't reach. I don't want to take 3 damage. That's fine. We're only dealing with 3 enemies here, so we'll just move Archimedes here. That's okay. Let's set Chen up. Break the mountains. All right, nice. We're now at 9 mountains. Yeah, we have no luck of getting that done. Ooh, big boy. Oh, nice, perfect. It's blocked. Ooh, that's kind of an awkward spot. It's an awkward spot, too. We can artillery this guy and it'll push him over. Right? It'll do 2 damage and push him over. We can blast the ground down with you, and we can just chuck you. And I guess we just put acid somewhere else. I think it puts acid on the ground, doesn't it? Yeah, okay, so we can put acid on top of these. Wherever the guy's gonna try and climb up from. So We'll throw you. Alright, we'll go ahead and blast you. Bonk. Moving them up. I'll bring Bethany over here and break the ground. I'm going to bring Archimedes here to block. We'll sidestep up. We'll acid here. So whoever steps up from here immediately is covered in acid. We want to get Bethany's level up if we can. 2 leapers. Okay. And an acid-covered rock. Okay. Nice, so Bethany can get a kill here. Yeah, we go Bethany here, we go you here, and then you have to actually move over here to get him, because there's no place you can't throw him anywhere. It's occupied. We'll have to jump over here. Throw you for death. Break the ground. 5 XP off. Blast this guy. And put some more acid over here. Honk. That's dead. Extra movement. Nice. Done and done. Alright, perfect. Power gained. We're back up max. Reactor acquired. With this reactor, again, we don't need more Vec hormone damage. We'll just take the extra health. There's literally nothing else we want to put on you. And honestly, I am a little tempted to... Seismic activity detected. Region lost. I'm actually tempted to go and swap these two. I still think it's better to have it on Archimedes, just in case he gets locked in place and can't throw anyone. Having an escape mechanic would be useful. But I am tempted. Oh, I'm tempted. We're only going to have 8, so we can buy 2 cores and 1 item. But we do have 2 people that we can get rid of, so we'll actually have 10 rep. Still kind of end around. They still kind of end up in the run problem. Oh my goodness, still kind of end up in the same problem. Same words. Goodness. All right, needed a sip of tea. Words. All right, jumping in. There's 4 7 mountains. I don't think we're gonna be able to take him down, but we can try and get this big boy to take him down. He does a 3-line attack. The Hornet leader. He does an attack in a 3-line here. 1 by 3. Hardened Carapace, we gotta take him down. Dig Guy's gonna be an issue, and he's likely gonna go shooting for this. Which means we'll probably put the pitcher guy there. We'll go ahead and we'll put you here to try and take him out wherever he's going. You can't actually go anywhere of, like, real importance other than here to attack this. Which is good. Because we can then go ahead and put you here so that we can go next to, on either side, to flip this one around. Alright, I think that's the deployment we want. Perfect. Drop him in. Yep, exactly. It's almost like I know what they're gonna do. Nice. Yeah, looking at the movement, it's getting a little easier. I'm getting better and better at reading what the AI is gonna try and do here. Unfortunately, if only I knew a little bit better, I would have moved you closer, because we could have gone here and hit all 3, which would have been nuts. Would have been huge. Instead, I just lined myself up to go and hit this one. Which is fine. That still gets the job done. But yeah, so we move Bethany here, we move Chen here. Unfortunately, we can't kill this guy. I don't know what we can do there. We can at least hit all the mountains. We might as well do mountain damage. Right? I mean, we might as well. We'll go ahead and throw him here, so he does damage to nothing important. We were actually locked behind rocks until this one's broken. So, I guess we'll just move here for now. It's fine. I'll let Bethany spin you around. And, Jen, actually, I don't want you moving. I want you here. I still want mobility going this way. You're fine there. Don't move, Jen. You're good. Rock's down. There we go. Could have killed him instead of the Scion. I couldn't do enough damage. We only do 2 damage and 3 damage. He has 5 health. We couldn't have killed the big guy, unfortunately. But how's it going? Welcome. This is a mess. This is a big mess. Bad, 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 bad. Ugh. And he can't interact with like anyone. He can only interact with this guy. Man, if we did have the upgrade on this, we could have gone and dusted both of these guys. That would have been cool. No, you're talking about the big guy? Oh, really? Oh, true. If I threw him here and then we did the triple attack on this, yeah, we could have done that instead of the Scion. Wait, no, because we would have done 2 damage because he'd have an armor instead of 3, and then we would do 1 damage instead of 2 because he'd have armor. So we'd do 5 damage, but 5 damage minus 2. We'd only be doing 3, so he'd still be alive. Because of the Scion. Unless you're saying we'd use this guy instead. And if we did that, then this guy still would have done the damage here, regardless, because he was here. We can only push him back 1. He'd still do 1, 2, 3. 1 extra damage from collision to the mountain. Ah, you're right. You're right. We would be pushing him into the mountain. It'd be just enough. We would still be losing the 2 civilian buildings, though, if we did that. But you're right, we could have taken him out. And since we didn't, he's now a real problem. he's now actually a massive issue. This is a mess of a map issue right here. Chen, if we do this, there's push damage. So we can take both of these out with Chen. One will go down, the other one gets hit. So that'll work. Secondary items are a fire beam. Vec do more damage to their friends. And we have a over 1 hop smoke bomb. That's it. So we can't do anything to this guy at all. So look, if we try to interact with him, we can't. We can't even get over here. So Pitcher Boy's in a lot of trouble. And same thing with Smokes, we can't jump that distance because there's nowhere for us to land. So those two are very problematic. And this one's actually going for the headquarters, which means I can't really spend the time hitting these. We can't get anywhere. We can get here and hit this guy. But the problem is these two have just free reign. Laser E. That only does 1 damage. Yeah, we can laser D. We can go here and we can laser through them. That would take him out. We're still going to lose the corporate tower, though. Which is technically fine. Because we just did the math that we were going to have 10 reputation by the end of this. If we sell the 2 pilots that we have. So that's fine. We only need the 1, which is the destroy this guy. So we can do that. Go around, punt H. Laser them first. Now Rock is gone. Rock doesn't take fire damage. Rock is immune to fire. It doesn't do damage, it just sets things on fire. Rock takes no damage. Rock is Rock. Yeah, it doesn't actually do damage, it just applies fire, so it's just a turn 0 effect. So, that won't work. So yeah, I think we're stuck with Chen taking this one out and making this one dig underground. With Archimedes throwing this guy over here after he gets hit with fire. So that'll clear this guy, that'll clear this guy, that'll clear this guy. We'll only have the Dig Boy, the Wormman coming up later. And this guy attacking the corporate tower, and us losing 4 grid. No, actually, we're only losing 2 grid because it's they're two buildings. Unless we get super lucky. but losing 2 grid, which again is unfortunate but acceptable. We can accept it. It's an acceptable loss. I don't see another way to do it. Strictly because we can't get Archimedes over there. Archimedes can't get anywhere. He's so limited in his movements, and he can't affect this guy either, because they're immune to being picked. They're immune to being picked up. He literally can only affect this one guy here. That is it. That's all he can do. But what we can do is we can throw this guy, and then we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and block the Vex spawn here. So we can at least stop another Vex from popping up. That's all we can do. Yeah, we will light him up. Archimedes throw. This one dies at the top of the turn. Go block. Come over here, Chen. Chen blasts them. Taking that one out, we will sidestep further into this zone. This one will go down. We only have one guy left. We block this, so it'll be him and the worm guy. Fingers crossed. And fire damage. And no, done. Alright, cool. So the rock does burn afterwards, but it doesn't burn at the start, so it still didn't open up a position for us to get in there. Still an issue regardless of those rocks. You personally lose the 4 grid defense to save the corporate tower. So you'd knock out these to go and save the corporate tower. The thing is, I don't know what I'd need it for. We're gonna have 10 rep. I can't think of when we would need 10 rep, you know? I see what you're saying. Reputation is just so good. It's so important. It's so powerful. Literally no one can get to this except for you. And Chen doing that doesn't actually help. We're stuck on the other side of the map. We can drill this guy and then we can move over here into the fire, and it's fine. We can drill that guy. Unfortunately, we can't stand out of the fire, but at least we can move him, right? We're gonna move over here and we're gonna repair. I'll have you move out of the fire. But that's it here. Throw driller. I guess we could have. That would be weird though. It is interesting the shields remove the fire in this square as opposed to just making them immune. Luckily, we're only dealing with 3 enemies now, so we can easily take care of this. So we can go ahead and we can just throw this guy way over here. And then we can just double blast these guys. Good old Chen. Done. Actually, might as well try and get the kill. Doesn't hurt. Alright, done. Alright, taken care of. Lost the corporate tower. Our corporate hub has been lost. We're evacuating what survivors we can, but over 30% of Detritus' own manning the HQ when it fell. What? 30%? We didn't lose that many people. We only lost 139. What do you mean? Mech move. That's what we're talking about. That's huge. That mech move is big. 6 movement on it. Alright, what do we have? 7 rep. We can sell 2 of them. Maybe some items too if we want. Stabilizers. Mechs no longer take damage. Ooh. That's pretty good. Prime Spear. Stab multiple. That's actually quite nice. Light tank. Shield tank. If we had the spear, we could have done something there. kind of late in it, how many cores would be useful. We don't really need that many cores. We can drop some of these things. Like the fire beam is not going to be that useful. So we can sell the fire beam and grab something else if we wanted to get like stabilizers, for example. Or we can move the Vec hormones over there. Right? Put them over here. And then we could drop health if we wanted. Since it gets the shield, we don't necessarily need the 5 health to get it up to 2 damage again. Smoke bombs I'm willing to drop. Yeah, essentially we drop off these 2, putting us back up to 9. We don't need 3 straight up cores. That's just unnecessary. 1, 2, 3, sure. Those items aren't that useful. I'm tempted to get the Prime Spear, honestly. Because during that fight, we would have been able to take out the Hornet with that move. This would have done... No, we couldn't have. Not unless... Maybe Acid Tipped. I don't know if Acid Tipped applies Acid first, before damage. I'm assuming it applies it after. Maybe it does it before. I'm really tempted on the Prime Spear, more so than the tanks. Just because it's a better method of attack. We can always hit the undo button, so let's play with this for a minute. If we take the Prime Spear, and we sell the smoke bombs, right? Oh, I just hit undo for some reason. That's fine. Let's do it again. We get rid of these, we get rid of that, we get the Prime Spear. We click off of the options. We come back over here, we put the Prime Spear on, right? We need to get 1 reactor for this. I think we need 2 reactors for this. We power it up. Yeah, it looks like, okay, so acid's applied after. We can get more range. Or we can just do acid tips. And then we can drop something else if we want to get another reactor if we need it. So we could drop the fire beam, for example, which is a one-time use for battle currently. If we wanted 1 more reactor. Which I'm not too sure what we would use it on. Because we could do this instead and get 2 uses. I still don't see how we're going to be using fire like that. We could also just get more power if we wanted to. Yeah, we were getting the one for the Prime Mech where we had the least amount of reactor already floating around. Do you think the shield tank would be way better than the fire beam? But the driller is super powerful? Yeah. I think the shield mech would be better. The shield tank would be better. The thing is the power requirements. If instead we sold this one, we sold this one, we sold this one, we bought the shield tank, right? Oh, that's right. It's wrong class. Hold on. Doesn't work. Okay. So if we sold this one, and this one, got shield, left this on you, and for shield tank, we grab 2 rep, power it up. We then decrease our overall health, and we give it +2 health so it can block enemies from digging up underground. We could do that. Then we could have a shield tank. We could also by the stabilizers, instead making this a projectile. And do stabilizers instead. We can't do it over smoke because we need reactors. It requires a reactor to power it. Unless we were willing to drop Archimedes' movement. Which we could do. And I kind of want to keep the smoke bombs on Archimedes just so that we can jump. Having him, there's still some positions in which he can get completely locked in by one of these guys that wraps up on him with webs. And then this way we don't take damage when we block stuff. We get a tank that now can throw shields at friends. I think you're right. I think this might be a better set. This might be a better setup. We could put this here instead if we wanted, so it's still +1 extra damage when they hit friendlies. Instead of the smoke, if we wanted to keep the Vec pheromones going. But we rarely get them to attack each other, to be honest. You know, I think you're right. I think shield tank's nice, because then we get an extra person on the field. Thing is, we rarely have times in which the drill mech is not drilling. Oh. Yeah. And pheromones just doesn't help us that much. I'd rather have the smoke bombs just to make sure that Archimedes doesn't get locked in with his 4 health. Alright, I think that's a good move. I like this. That was a good call, going for the tank instead. We will sell this pheromones, and we'll buy one more reactor power. We can jump straight in. Alright, boss time. Final round. This guy can go to here. Get you there, get you there, get you there. And we'll see where everything else falls. We'll try and get the tank out as quick as we can. It's just a wall. Okay. Alright. Gotta move. Alright, perfect. Exactly where we wanted it to be. Exactly where we wanted him to go. Right here. So we can go ahead and we can chuck him. Take him out. His rock will block this guy, which actually works out really well for us. Which means just him. Which unfortunately means we go here and we spin him around as opposed to anything else, because we can't get around to here to push him. Which I would have liked, because if we could have pushed him... Well, maybe the other option is we can come here and we can throw this guy way over there. And we can come here and we can blast these guys. Take them out. And then we can move here to block and throw down a shield tank. So I want to get the shield tank deployed ASAP. It has to be the first thing we do every single turn if we can. If possible, we need to throw the shield tank down. Yeah, so if Archimedes goes here, Chen goes here. Chen goes here. Because then we can sidestep there. Okay. Yeah, we can throw you here. We can't throw all the way like I was hoping. We can throw you here. Actually, we can have you block for him. You're still going to be hitting the rock regardless. So yeah, actually this works out better. Who attacks first? 2 attacks first. Perfect. Throw you there. Go here. Archimedes goes here. Strike the tank. Tank provides shield. We want someone to actually pop up, and we didn't give this guy health, so he's not allowed to block. Take that guy out. Then we sidestep over and turn. Alright? Breaks the rock. Is annihilated. Perfect. You just realized you only have 1 grid defense and 1 rep in the store? Yeah. Yeah, so I always view it as 1 rep is equal to 1 grid defense. So if you ever have any leftover, especially at the very last island before you come here, you might as well just convert all of your not used stuff into rep to buy grid defense. You might as well, right? Or to get grid power to gain more defense if you can. So this one's just dead. It just is gone. Just don't worry about it. It's just gone. We could even put the shield boy here to shield this bad boy up if we wanted. We should probably take him out, though. What can we do? We can move here. That moves everyone. We don't want to do that. We can do this to move him up 1. And then we can drill him for 3. Or we hit him first, and then we drill him for 3. There's no need for us to move. In unfair difficulty, it's double. So 1 rep equals 2 grid defense. Oh, really? You had to Google it because you only play on unfair difficulty? Wow, that's actually kind of nice. And it is definitely a needed bonus. That 1 rep gives you 2 blips. That makes a lot of sense. Unfair difficulty is, well, it's unfair. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and we will flip this guy around, and we can kind of ignore him. This channeling can go ahead and clear. Done. Oh, we can't get in a position to give you a shield, sadly. I'll just go stand here then. That's fine. I guess we should still be shielding things if we can, right? Yeah, let's go here and let's just shield this up. Shield you. Again, he goes down first because environment is number 1. Unless we want to get XP. It's more fun doing it this way. It's more fun doing it that way, why wouldn't we? Right? I mean, why not, right? Oh, we're not going to shuffle. We're good where we are. We're good there. Why let him get hit by a rock when we can throw him in a pool? You have passive block. Doesn't hurt the shield. Oh, that's right, we do. So we just keep the shield forever. So it actually does mean we can have this one be blocking for us, and I should be using him to block. For some reason, I forgot. We picked up the stabilizer so we don't take damage. So we could have actually had him block, and we need to have him block. He could have gone here and shielded that. You're right. You were right, Straw. I already forgot that we had the thing. Whoops. Yeah, we'll go Shatter the Scion here. Then we move Archimedes here, right? Because we can still attack a tile, or maybe we jump back. That's fine, it's not important. We get Chen over here, and we attack these. So he's now gonna go into the in there, right? Should have brought Archimedes over here instead. Archimedes could have gone 1, 2, 3 here. Yeah, hold on, let's redo that. Hold on. We can redo that. We bring Archimedes over here, is what we'll do. We start by breaking you. Move Archimedes out of the way. Move Chen up. Have Chen attack. Because now he's just going to go into the hole, so you don't have to worry about him. I guess we just go wherever we can. Like here, and we'll just shield this, I guess. Archimedes can throw a rock, gain movement, and move on to this one. And then we only have to deal with whoever pops up out of here. Done. Bye! Oh, nice. If he just stays where he is, he's done. Nah, he moved. Okay. We can actually push him into that position now. We can literally just... Oh, my mouse. What is my mouse doing? Come on. My mouse is suddenly not doing things. That's not good. We can go ahead and this, slam. There it goes. Can't punch mountains. Take that! Take that, mountain. Nice. Are we doing the squad achievements? We got all of them except the mountain shattering. Yeah. Sadly, we only got 9 mountains down. Actually, I think we might have gotten 10. We might have gotten one more. Alright, here we go. Power pylons coming in. Keep them operational. We don't have any more. Alright, where's my bomb? Renfield bomb. Defend it while it primes. Bonk. He's gonna move. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Annoying. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 threats. You do 3 damage when you hit. You attack first. I think if we put Bethany here, Bethany can absorb the hit and then block the person digging up from underneath when hitting this guy. The other option, of course, is we can bring Archimedes here and chuck this guy into the water. Get rid of him. We could bring Archimedes here. Yeah, flipping this one doesn't do anything, but it does clear him. So we can bring Bethany here to kill. And then we can bring Chen here to push over so you run this way and hit him instead. And then block this one from coming up. And then after you throw, we can move back here to block. We'll take 1 damage from the push, from him getting pushed into us. So he'll actually die from 4 damage. Getting hit for 3 and pushed into us, we'll take 1 damage. And we'll block this one from coming up. And then we'll only have 2 enemies. I think we can do that. Artillery can kill C2. Can't kill anyone else. The artillery could push in here too. If we had artillery take this one out by pushing this one down here, right? We could have Archimedes throw this one here. 1, 2, 3. Now we can't throw far enough. No, yeah, we can. We can throw here. It won't die in the lava. It won't die in the lava. Because it's massive. It's the most powerful vacuum, immune to water. So we can't throw this one in the water. He'd land here, he would run right through, he'd be on fire. Which, you know, he'd take 4 damage total then. But otherwise he'd take 2 damage if we move him, 3 damage if we move him here. So it's 1 damage difference if we do that. But also means this is going to be 1 extra enemy up. So, okay, yeah, well, we're going to go with the original plan. Bring Archimedes here, Bethany here, and Chen here. As this will kill 3 and block 2. Doing this one. But otherwise, if only he wasn't massive and he could die going into the fire, that would definitely be the call. That would have us get rid of an additional 1. And you go and over you go. Make sure we shoot only right here. We don't want to move. We don't want to move you. There we go. So you'll hit here, and so you'll see it does 1 damage to us, 3 damage plus 1 push damage to you, and it'll block. We'll blast you down. And with this, then we can aim on getting the shield tank up next turn. We're definitely going to glide to the right here. Nice. Bam. Oh, you're right. If we didn't move Archimedes, you're right. He would have died from the block. You're right, because we would have gotten pushed into it. I didn't see that. Luckily, we don't take any damage from doing that, but it means that we might have been able to get Archimedes over here, right? If we moved Archimedes 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we could have actually blocked this one. We could have done better. Chokos, I missed it. We could have done better. We definitely could have done. It could have been one more block. That would have been amazing. All right, if we push this guy here, he'll go over here and he won't even get a chance to block. He'll just burn out. But he'll be gone. We can move here, throw a shield guy here, and have the shield guy move here, and then we'll be able to block both of these because no fire on you, and we don't take damage from blocking, so we can block both of these as a shield guy. We can shield guy him, Archimedes. Archimedes can then just move here because this one's going down anyway, and he'll just run off. And then we will only deal with whatever this enemy is. There'll be only one left. If we do that. Okay. Move Chen back. Blast you into the fire. Archimedes moves... Oh, let's do... Oh, but he's standing here now. Ah, okay, so we can't actually block that. We can't prepare to block it. Because he's standing in the way right now. So we're actually going to have two enemies pop up. One of them will be on fire, though, so that's fine. So we can move Bethany here. We can move Archimedes here. I mean, we could, like, force Archimedes to throw him in here, but we'll let him run in. It's fine. We can do that. And then... we could crack this spot. But I'd rather get shield guy out. And have shield guy go and shield up. And then we just leave it as so. There we go. Oh yeah, even fire damage takes him out, so it didn't matter. Still wasn't gonna happen. It's fine. We're still dealing with the same outcome regardless. Alright. Big Scion guy, we need to take him out for sure. And this guy, we can... Oosh. Oh yeah, I didn't heal him. Why didn't I heal him? Not even healing Archimedes? The Giga Chad move? Either that or negligence. It's one of those moves. We have the shield bot here, shielding him, shield tank. I'm like, Archimedes is fine. Don't worry about it. He's fine. Don't worry about it. All right, yeah. So we can blast this guy down. I mean, Chen could also just hit the 2. Actually, that's better. We hit the 2 and then we drill him. That'll take him out. Yeah, no, that's definitely the better call, Srop. Yeah. Because it takes out this guy and moves it, right? And then actually, yeah, the fire damage would hit him and then the emerge would get him for the rest of it. So if we don't kill him, fire damage and emerge will happen. I only move 3, so we can't quite get there. I don't think we can go through the bomb. No. No, we can't. I think we can even stand in the fire if we want to because of the shield, which is funny. just chill out. But yeah, I think we just drill anyway. Yeah, and then we shield the bomb, yeah. And this time we heal Archimedes, right? Well, if we drill and we take him out, even though it kills him... The issue is that then something will spawn from here. Versus we can just move Bethany here. And we reduce the number of enemies we have to deal with. And he'll die from that anyway. So I think that's better. Drilling the ground apparently doesn't break it. Drill it. We'll heal up Archimedes this time. Alright, done. Fire damage. Rocks. Attack. Stops burrow. Oh, one. Block. Block. Die. On. Alright, final two. Okay. We do not care about these guys at all. We literally can't... Actually, we could. We could go here. We could shoot, and then we can slide to the right over here. If we wanted to do that. We'll only be doing 2 damage to each of them, though. It would move him over so he'd be missing, and he'd be missing, so they would do nothing. So yeah, blasting these two actually does sort that. Slide to the right. So we do that. This now kills everything here except for the Renfield bomb. So this guy doesn't even pop up anyway. And we don't really need to do anything because that's kind of... We're done. We beat the game. Have a shield! We win! Victory! Woo! It turns out having a shield on the bomb makes it when it goes off, it doesn't actually do that much damage, and so the Beck still survive on the mountain, on the island. We are out of here. My department search within the timeline is advanced as my original one. Oh, okay. Ba-boom. Whoosh. We did it. Victory is ours. Nice. Yeah. Victory. Alright, thanks to Archimedes, Chen Rong, and Bethany Jones. We did the thing. Who are we gonna save? Who are we gonna save? What kind of question is that? Archimedes, we still need you to keep helping. There's so much that needs to be done. We need to destroy all mountain maps with missiles to get 20 missiles. Yeah. Minor inconvenience is actually quite tough. It's actually quite tough for us. We got 5 points, so we can go and unlock the heat sinkers and see what it is. Heat sinkers. We're gonna be playing as hazardous mechs next, but yeah, we're kind of just going down the line. Heat sinkers. Advancements in heat transferal technology allow these mechs to absorb fire. Power their weapons. So how does this work? Thermal discharge. Thermal discharge. Damage 1 or more tiles in a line and push away adjacent tiles. +2 range, add fire. Man, is that unbelievably intensive for reactors. We need 5 reactor points for this thing. Holy. That's nuts. It still only does 1 damage regardless. Quickfire mech instead of the dispersal mech. It looks really cool. Quickfire. Fire 2 projectiles in different directions. Add push, add damage. Okay, so it's like the mine mech, but instead does damage in a line. That's gonna be a little obnoxious to use, to be honest. Positioning is gonna be really key for this one. The quickfire rockets. And the napalm mech. Firestorm generator. Firing artillery that drops fire on the way to its target. +1 range, +2 range. Yeah, that range upgrade is going to be super important very fast. Like, top tier. We're going to have to do that quickly. And passive. Heat engines. Standing in fire removes fire and gives mech boost. I don't know what boost is. I'm assuming it's like +1 movement or something. Well, no, because the icon that we're getting is like the 4 inward, like, arrows, which usually is like what you see is like an anger marker, like on someone's forehead, right? So maybe it's a damage boost, which would make sense. Their damage output on this team is abysmal. 1 damage, 2 damage potential. It's not good. So actually, the boost might be for that, because usually for movement, it would show either the movement icon, like the 4 squares, or it would be like an upward arrow, right? So I think that might be for damage. Well, it does say engines. Boosted. Boost 8 mechs in 1 mission. Yeah, no, see the picture there? There's that little thing like over their forehead. So I think it's for damage. Feed the flame. Light 3 enemies on fire in a single attack. Well, that's pretty good. Which is either getting range on the thermal discharger or getting range on the firestorm generator. And having 3 enemies in a line. Boost is +1 damage or +1 self-healing. What? It heals? You get to choose? That's pretty cool. Maximum firepower. Deal 8 damage in a single activation of quickfire rockets. So it stacks. What I'm hearing is it stacks. I'm hearing boost stacks. Because there's no way you can do 8 damage with a double shot. No. That would still work. If it doubles the damage that you do, right? It'd be 1 damage +1 to 2 damage, and then either 2 boosts or boost does 2x damage. Would be needed. You'd assume random or heal first, and damages at full health. Oh, maybe. No, like when you spend your turn self-healing instead of attacking, it heals for 2 instead of 1. Oh, I see. So it is +1 damage, and then you can convert that damage into healing if you need to. Okay, cool. Interesting squad. Not what we're playing with right now. We're gonna be playing with the hazardous mechs next, because we're just going down the line, right? Which is crazy. We've got 1, 2, 3, and then we've done all of the mechs that we can. It's gonna be a long time before we get that thing unlocked. We do want to do these. I don't know if we'll ever play this, the secret squad, because it requires a lot of achievements, right? Even if we got all 3 coins here, we'd only be at 10. And then if we got all 3 coins here and here, we'd only be at 16. We'd still be off by 9. 11, 12, 13. Wait a second. How do you... Wait. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How do you even get all the coins? That'd be 11 plus 9. That'd be 20. I'll have to go back to people who are missing coins and go for 3 islands. I didn't think these gave coins. No, these don't give coins. It just tells you what medals you got. Global achievements. View all. Oh, okay, global. Yeah, I forgot about global achievements. You're right. There's a global section here. It's not just squads, there's global as well. Okay, that's how you do it. So it sounds like we have to do every single achievement to unlock the secret squad. Is that right? Complete a corporate island without taking mech damage. Repair damage is still damage. Oof. Beat on hard. At least once per length mission. Beat the game with 10 primary squads, any length. Encounter a familiar face. Buy or earn 10 grid power in a single corporate island. Wow, 10 in 1 island? That's nuts. Engineer dropout. Finish 3 corporate islands without using a weapon modification. Oh, wow. Powering a weapon modification. Wow, that's brutal. We've done that one, sustainable energy. What is this? Finish 3 corporate islands and destroy every time pod. Oh my goodness. Trusted equipment. Complete 3 without equipping any new pilots or weapons. That's not too bad. Yeah, this one's not too hard. This one's easy. This is across all games. No, you don't need everything, but almost everything. You need like 5-ish extra coins. Yeah, I guess that makes sense because I said 20, right? We counted out at 20. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we don't need 4. You need all but 4 achievements, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 on that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you just don't need 5. You don't need 5 of them. You're right. So you need all but 5 achievements to get the Secret Squad. I don't know if we're ever going to get the Secret Squad. But we are going to play the Hazardous Mechs, the Arachnophiles, the Heat Sinkers, a random, which will just be random. We press random and we hit go, and we do no changes. Which I think is going to be... That's going to be a wild one when we do this. We hit random squad. That's the random squad, and we go with it, right? Because you can do balanced roll and chaos roll. It doesn't matter. We'll just hit the thing, and whatever it is what it is, right? Does it change it each time? No, it keeps it. All right, then we'll pick one of these rolls at that time. So we'll click this, and we'll pick one of the rolls. Open 5 time pods in a single game. Oh, we'll easily get that done. Defeat the game any length without spending any rep. That is not happening. Raise grid's defense to 30 or more. That's not happening either. No. This is actually a decent setup, by the way. A lot of crowd control and movement. We get the artillery, like double artillery is actually quite nice. Which is artillery control for fire, for doing some damage and smoke heals. And then flip around, gain shield. It's actually pretty good. 30% or more achievement. Yeah, that's nuts. I'm trying to remember which squad we did that with. There was a squad that we had an obscene amount of power. We had like 40%. It was insane. I can't remember which one that was. Might have been the Steel Judoka that we played with that we had that. It was crazy. Yeah, you have to play on a lower difficulty, I imagine, to try and get that, because you'll lose so much power otherwise. But anyway, so the Hazardous Mechs, these are the ones we're going to be playing with. This is the one we need to learn about. We already know how the hydraulic legs work. We've used that before. Actually, I think we used that in our first ever playthrough, to be honest. Because we were playing with the, what are they called? The Rift Walkers, where we actually dotted on our guy. So we actually know how this one works. We've used this before. So we do damage to ourselves and to around us. +1 damage to each includes us. So we take 2 damage and they take 2 damage. So it's actually quite damaging. So the 3 power 1 for just 1 damage to all enemies is more important if we can get it instead. We'll probably start with the damage to us and them, and then power it up to the 1 damage to all enemies and not us instead. If we can find a different weapon, we will grab another weapon. Hydraulic legs they hurt a lot. We'll need to get more health because he only starts with 3. So he can only do 2 attacks, and then he has to heal. Unstable Mech has the Unstable Cannon, powerful projectile that causes damage to shooter as well as the target. I mean, this definitely are the Hazardous Mechs, holy. +1 damage to each, +1 damage in case it's the same, but it's 2 damage to the enemy and 1 to us, which is better than this one. But this does AoE damage, and it does do pushing, which is good. And then the Nano Mech. Fire projectile that applies acid and pushes. It's quite nice. Passive. Mechs heal damage when they deal a healing blow. But they only heal 1 damage. But we can get +2 healing instead with the Nano Mech. Okay. It flies. That's good. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. We'll probably end up having Archimedes in the Leaping Mech. Because that way we can leap anywhere and then move out of position. So we can move into a alignment that works well, jump in to push them optimally, and then run away. Luckily with this team, though, we literally don't have to worry about spiders or leapers or scorpions that much, because when they wrap us up and get us locked in position, it's not that bad. Nanomech could have problems with the spider, right? But it's not that bad because these guys push themselves. They move. It's a move effect. They move themselves when they do things. So they'll push themselves out of the wrapping, out of the webs. So that works out quite well, except for the Nanomech. No artillery is going to be interesting. A prime brute science. I do really love having an artillery mech. Hazardous is one of the squads you had the most trouble with besides the base squad. Starting with a time traveler that gives armor or extra health to the unstable mech was the only way you could win. Yeah, we've got an extra reactor we could put into extra power for more health. Yeah, the unstable mech's problematic too. Like, these guys, they need health before they need movement, honestly. Honestly, they need health before they need movement. It's gonna be tough. Alright, so healing. Heal 10 mech health in a single battle. So that means we need to take... Well, taking damage isn't the hard part. We need to kill 10 mechs, is essentially what it is. Oh, I guess that also counts for just using repair, right? So we can also just use repair. So maybe we might... That's going to be a tough one, but we might be able to do healing. Immortal. Finish 4 corporate islands without a mech being destroyed at the end of the battle. That's fine. We usually don't. We've only had mechs die a couple times. That should work. We should be able to do that. Overkill. Deal 8 damage to a unit with a single attack. How do we... Oh, acid. Yeah. Okay. Wait. The only way to do this one overkill is if Nano hits them with the acid projector, and we have this one fully powered up to do 4 damage. It's the only way to do it. If we can get the shield mech or the shield tank, we're gonna need, like, if we can get the shield tank, oh my goodness. Or if we can find Bethany Jones again, be huge. Right? If we got Bethany, mech starts every mission with a shield, that'd be huge. Oh, we're still missing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still missing 7 of these guys. We just unlocked Chen. Or maybe we got her before, but we just had her. Yeah, these mechs are really good. They require power, but they're really good. Silica, attack twice if you don't move. Which actually is technically better on this time with the leaping mech. Because then we can... If we don't move, we jump to do damage, then we repair, right? Which would be cool. Because then we would just essentially negate the damage we take. Mech gains flying, cool, but not that great. Deploy anywhere on the map, damaging adjacent enemies. That was fine. I really like Archimedes. Move again after shooting is nuts. Absolutely nuts. So good. It is so good. Alright, well, I think that's going to be our plan. But we're going to have to do that next time. We're going to do it next time. We got to do a short stream today. I am still very tired. We didn't get a chance to do a stream yesterday because I was too tired. Today I was at least had enough energy for a short stream. We'll be ending it here. We'll be back playing Into the Breach again later this weekend. So we'll be playing more. We're not done with this game. We still have a handful more of these mechs I want to play with. And then I'm looking forward to the build your own mech adventure. That's going to be a fun one when we actually choose the mechs as opposed to full random. We can make like a top tier team and try and do the hardest difficulty on that. See what we can do. That'll be cool. But that's it. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. I really appreciate you all being here. I hope you have a good morning, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time for some more fun and games. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.